Hello everyone, welcome back to Roll. So last time in number 103 we did a 5 die build with 7s and clovers. And one of the things I didn't pick up during that run was the numeric only times 10 and times 50 passives, because my brain kind of said to myself, well, if we pick up those, the clovers won't do anything. But then it occurred to me, is it that the clovers won't do anything, or they just won't score anything, but their presence would still impact all of the other faces? So before I try and make a 9 or 16 die run work with them with Yahtzees and the rest, I'm just going to do a quick pass through of the same strategy as last video, except including those extra passives to see if we increase our score by 60 times or whether it completely breaks it. So that's what this is going to be. Why? Oh, I thought, yeah, ignore my brain entirely. Yeah, that's what this is going to be. So I will jump cut us through to a reasonable way in, because you guys don't need to see the exact same build in full twice. So here's that. All right, we have our first die with a 97 on it, and we've built a 7 on the other die that we have. So now we just want 6 times re-rollers and a multiplication for the 97 face, but of course we have to upgrade our shop first. I'll grab a +2. Just going to stick that on the 5 here to make a 7. Then I'm not going to take 6 times 1 reroll. I would prefer 6 times 2 reroll, because we already have 2 of our faces rerolling in duplicate. But we will take a 4x for our 97. The rest of this stuff we're basically not going to need, apart from we really want to make sure we collect a die full of clovers. That's going to be really important, and some shop refresh adders will make our whole lives easier. I think that's all we need here, so we can upgrade once again. Now we're looking for set all die faces to be the same. We're also looking for some voids as well, in fact. Let's increase that times 4 to a times 10. We don't need glue at this point. We don't want great big passives at this point either. There is our first void. We will grab that. So are we going to put that onto a die with the 97s or a die with just 1 7 over here? I think I'm going to opt for just 1 7. Because one of those needs to be a die with just the 7 and have that 7 with a 99 times face multiplier. The rest of this stuff we can skip over for the minute, I think. There's another void. Grab a second one of those. Let's do the even number here. Keep our primes and whatnot on the dice for as long as we can. Right, we are going to want to find reroll in triplicate as soon as we can, but I'm not going to get going on individuals. I will, however, take a set all die faces. First one of those is going to go to our 97 just to increase our scoring, and the other is going to go onto that die on the left where we already have 1 7 in place, because we want that to be a full set of 7s all the time, so that when we introduce triplicates of 7s later, we have 2 of them are guaranteed. That's going to join that there. The rest of this we don't need. Do we take a scavenger this early with our current scoring? I think we do. So that's going to give us an extra roll every an extra shop refresh, sorry, every 25 rolls. The rest of this is not stuff we need. There is another void already. There is numeric only multipliers. The value of all numeric faces will be multiplied by 10. However, any non-numeric face will have no effect and no value. I'm banking on the having no effect will be intrinsic to itself, but it will still possibly impact other dice. So that's going to be interesting. But I don't want to pick that up yet because it's going to stop our shop refresh adders doing anything. And I want to keep those shop refresh adders building shop refreshes for a good while yet. I will add some extra multipliers though. I'll get another 10x for one of those 97s. We'll grab a 50... Wait, no. Yeah, that is a shop refresh generator. It's just every 50 rolls, it's a shop refresh generation. Haven't seen much in the way of extra re-rolls yet. We are going to need some of those. There's another shop refresh adder. Great to get them, but if they're not re-rolling in triplicate, they're not being very efficient. Fewer than 6 die, 300% extra is going to be a good passive to pick up right now. We are going to need to increase our score bit by bit as we go. There's reroll in triplicate. I'm going to get that going on our shop refreshes immediately. There's another void. That's nice and cheap. Then the rest of this is not stuff that we need. There is a clover. We're definitely going to want that. Let's get these guys re-rolling in triplicate. Now, where are we going to put this clover? It's a great question. We'll put some up on the shop refresh adder die first, because we don't have anywhere else to put them for now, because we're only working up to a maximum of 5 dice. I'll take doubles, get an extra 50%. That's good for right now. There is our last needed void. Stick that there. Then we can take a 10x, put that on the 7 that sits with them. We can grab no weights plus an extra 200%. We can grab another clover. And we can grab another shop refresh face. So we've got a lot of the components we need already. We just need 4 more clovers, but we're going to need somewhere to put those, and we need to get this die to be 7s as well. We could start putting clovers here as well if we find them at this stage. And then just basically a bunch of other passives to find. So let's take another 100%. Let's grab another shop refresh. And you know what? I'm just going to stick it here for now. Shop refreshes are more important than scoring on a basic 97. No 99s, an extra 100% bonus. It's fine by me. We don't need the voids. I do need the reroll in triplicate. That can go over here. I do need the clover. We are going to have to upgrade to our final die at some point. Prime numbers, an extra 300% is a good time. I'll take another 10x for something. Right, numeric only again. Still not ready for that. There's another reroll in triplicate. We can stick that over here. A numeric 77 is interesting, but it's not what I need right now. Numbers less than 13 getting 1000% extra is massive for our 7 strats. I'm going to start filling out one of these as well. There's another reroll in triplicate, so I think at this point I will take our 5th die, get that immediately, rerolling in triplicate. then we need to get a number 7 on there somehow. I guess we don't. We could start moving the clovers down to there and put the 7 on in the center instead. Either way, we're going to need lots of moving of die faces. We can also look out for glue at this stage. I don't think we're going to need no weights reroll in triplicate, seeing as all of our die faces already reroll in triplicate, although if we're going to implement glue, then this is going to be something we want. And for one die roll, how can you complain? So we don't need any of that stuff. We can then glue down the 7 over here, because all the other voids are rerolling in triplicate, but if we roll the glued face, we want that to be present all 4 times. There's a few specific passives I would still really like to see, but until we do, there's nothing I can do about it. Particularly combine face multipliers. There's a +2. We can stick that on the 5 for a 7 down there. I'm going to glue down the 7 over here that has a 10x multiplier on it. There's a pair of clovers. Let's grab Passive Hunter first, though. Right, a pair of clovers. What are we going to do with these? Well, if we've got a die of 7s, a die of 7s, we do need the clovers to be in the middle. So I think we could probably just start manipulating all of this stuff to be 97s for the most part. I don't think, sorry, B clovers and not 97s. I don't think that's going to bite back too badly on us. No 99s, an extra 200% is great. Nothing working for us in evens. There's lucky 7s, which is part of what we really need here. Lottery faces that are orthogonally adjacent to a numeric 7 or 77 are twice as likely to be successful. Additionally, numeric 7s and 77s are worth 77 times more when orthogonally adjacent to a 4-leaf clover. That's the really big stuff for us on this run. So we need some more 4-leaf clovers. I will take a single group effect for an extra 54 million. Is it too early to take factor 50 multiplier? I guess when we could already afford it, it's not. We can start taking multipliers for our other numeric faces just while they're here and incredibly cheap. We're not going to be able to build a Yahtzee today. I said we're not going to be able to build a Yahtzee today. An extra 10x can go right there. I don't think I've seen any move face purchases yet. There's one. So we're going to swap this shop refresher for this clover. I want another one of those. Give me extra points on doubles. Fewer than 6 die reroll in triplicate. Well, we're already rerolling in triplicate entirely. Our rolls are worth a whole lot of points right now, which is good. Right. Just one more clover required. And we need shop refresh adders and the like. I guess now is as good a time as any to see if numeric only multiplier is going to work out for us. So over here we can see that we have 7 times 5 attached multiplier times 77 adjacent clover. But we haven't got a big bank of shop refreshers yet. So let's not do that right now. we need more of those? No, we do not. We do need a set all die faces for that bottom 7 though. So we'll be on the lookout for that. 5's bonuses, rigged machine, stuff I don't need. There's the 50 times numeric option. So we now have exclusively 7s, apart from this 97 in the center there. So we want one more clover, a bunch of the other passives, and then numeric only. But before we pick up the numeric onlys, I would really like to get combine face multipliers. We've not seen any BOGOs yet. It's always a damn shame. Single set bonus for an extra 500% because we're only ever going to roll one triple. Or one double sometimes, I suppose. Can't roll Yahtzees, don't need increases. 99s are not my concern. There's combined face multipliers. Additive attached multipliers. Attached multipliers no longer replace existing attached multipliers. Instead, when placed on the same die face, they will be added together up to 99 times. So we want to grab that, and then we want to get building on one of our faces. None of those are clovers. So the 2x, we just want to make this 10 a times 99 as fast as possible, whilst picking up other passives along the way. Numbers fewer than 13, extra 500% is massive. Top 3 is also very, very big. There is our last clover. So now I just want to see lots of big 10x multipliers like this one. To get this guy up to a times 99 as soon as possible. $5x, totally acceptable. I'd love if the game just gave me 8 10x's in a row, but I don't see it happening. We do want numeric chain reroll though. There's a couple of these. Harder to get them all when you don't have, excuse me, when you don't have BOGO making stuff free for you as you shop. But we'll do what we can with what we have. None of that helps us. None of this helps us. None of this helps us. Could be looking out for cheap passives so that we can get the free shop refreshes associated with them. But so far so good. 5 is not a square number, so we're not going to benefit from those. Don't need extra rerolls here. There's a BOGO for 841 trillion. I guess we'll pick that up. Make something cheaper than the thing you purchase free. There's double highest die. That's going to be huge for us. It's going to be 1.5. There we go. There's a 10x, that's lovely. Stuff's getting quite expensive now. Still looking for another 50 or so in our multipliers. Buying the most expensive multiplier first, because then it has a chance to make the cheaper one free as we purchase. It did not, but we try. Don't need any of this. There's 3x more. Now, once we get this to 99, we will try on one of our other dice to just glue one of the faces down and keep working on building one very large multiplier number on that die. $77 is nearly there. $2x is not great, but I'll take it. There's another BOGO for 3.4. Coming up to 1,000 rolls remaining. Lottery failure rerolls I'm not interested in. There is our first look now at the multiplier when we kind of have gotten to where we need to be to justify taking it. So the value of all numeric faces will be multiplied by 10. However, any non-numeric face will have no effect and no value. So again, looking at our default 7s, you can see all of them have times 77 adjacent clover. So we're going to buy this guy for 1.5 E16 and see if we still get the clover bonus. It was 140 rolls to get there. We do still get the adjacent clover bonus. Would you look at that? Alright then, so provided we can buy some more multipliers here, I'm expecting a much higher score than last time. Now, 200% more for triples. I definitely want it. You see we're climbing up into those exponent scores much faster now. There's 95. Now, there is another one of those bonuses, but for 50 times. So, obviously, we would love to see that soon. This is a 98, so we'll just buy the smallest attached multiplier we can to get that to 99. And then any others we can put on the 10x here with the glue. Try and increase the value of that one. 5s bonuses, slot machine, we do not need. Rigged machine, 100 dice bonus, we do not need. Yahtzees, we don't need. Don't need any of that. Primes, an extra 500% is excellent. It's the kind of passive we still want to see. Of course, we really, really want to see the 50x numeric values. That's where we're going to get a huge increase in our scoring. There it is, 2.75 to the E17. So we'll grab that. That's 50 times multiplier on top of all the other bonuses and multipliers we've already received. So one die roll getting us up to E17 from non-E numbers. Very powerful. So, don't need any of this. Don't need any of that. Don't want any of this. You might be thinking, why don't we take all quantities times 2? Because it would mean the value of all of our die quantities doubles. Well, we have 5 die, which would double up to 10, but we also have factor 50 multiplier, which is based on a 10x multiplier by 50 divided by 5, which is 10. If we doubled our effective number of dice to 10, it would be 50 divided by 10, which would only be 5. So, we're trying to maximize our multiplier there. If you followed along with all of that logic, I'm very impressed. Right, give me the most expensive of these first. If I could get this to 99 and one on the bottom die to 99, I'd be very happy. That's halfway there on that die. Don't need numeric 5s, don't need E17 over for that. I'm just trying to think if there's many passives we don't have. We've got no 99s 200%. We've got no 99s 100%. We've got no weights 200%. Do we have no weights 100%? I don't see it there. I think we're also missing 50% bonus on rerolls. So there's certainly a few good scoring passives that we don't currently have yet. A 10x is great to see. Triples for 100% more is great, because we're always going to roll 3 17s when we score with this 17. Don't need any of that. Nor any of this. That's lottery rerolls, which I don't want. Grab some of this, grab some of that. Don't need more voids, although there is a temptation to put some voids on these other faces, because the odds are the glue's going to come up before the void does. Then we're doubling our score on this die as well, but I'm not going to push it. $5x more, yes please. That's 81. Now our shop refreshes are getting very expensive. We are up into E19 though, which is incredibly good. 86. I'd rather not be spending my score on shop refreshes if it can be helped. Looks like we are still going to be able to maintain our free ones. That takes us to 96, and this 5 will take us to 99. So any others that we find can come onto the bottom die down here. We should glue one of those faces down, given the opportunity. So we'll pile onto the one that already has a 5x multiplier on it. So I think we're well into my highest scoring run of this patch. Of course, this general build, as mentioned last time, is credited to Liljil. Your pronunciation of name still eludes me. I think we can certainly get to an E20 score. Just wondering if we're going to find any other passives. There's 50% reroll bonus. How long it takes us to roll up to that though? Is it just 1.1 on E20? Right, I'm hoping if we buy this now, we can get back to 1.1 on E20. I'm just looking for scoring passives now. Did not find any. There's E18, there's E19 immediately. Could take another one of those. To get to E19 is really no trouble at all. It's getting the jump from E19 to E20 that's the hard part. Right, I think we're probably done for buying passives. I don't know if we're going to make back to E20. I'm going to be sad if we don't, because that's the score we left to make that last passive purchase. That's free. That's free. None of this is stuff we need. I think I'm just going to roll down now. We're looking to surpass 1.1 to the E20. We did get there. So let's look at some of these dice then, just while we're on our last roll and the good faces are up. So this guy over here, just on its own, no weights reroll times 3, glued, 7 times 99 attached multiplier times 77 adjacent to a clover plus 7 previous numeric value plus 800% prime bonus plus 1500% fewer than 13 bonus plus 800% less than 6 dice bonus plus 300% no 99s bonus plus 300% no weights bonus plus 300% triples bonus plus 800% single set bonus plus 150% reroll bonus plus 10 times factor 50 multiplier times 500 numeric multipliers times 10 top 3 dice multiplier makes for a very large number, and then basically 4 of those gives us 1.8 to the E16. This is worth nothing. This is worth nothing. I should have remembered to do something with these die faces because they're not numeric faces, they are worth nothing to us. But over here, it's basically all of that, but with the voids. So at the beginning, it's glued 7 times 99 attached multiplier times 77 adjacent to a clover times 2 void 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 plus 7 numeric value bonus and all those other passives. So that alone is worth 6.3 to the E16. And then these two are just the same as one another, except we didn't have a glued times 99 face down here. But that gives us 1.49 to the E20. The numeric multipliers and clovers do work in their current configuration, so there is my new high score compared to our E18 from last time. Let's throw that into the leaderboard. And we are currently in 19th place. I cheated there in E99. There's Ilgil, of who inspired this run, Header, Steve B, lots of people from the Discord, and then just me there, just pipping out LOTB by E18.5. And there's still lots of room on the leaderboard for non-exponent scores if you haven't quite got there yet. But for now, that is going to be everything. Thank you guys ever so much for watching. If you're enjoying the series, please do consider subscribing or hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments, you can put them down below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.